I'm Tom Wilmer. Come along and join me as we continue our exploration of northeast Nebraska. Family farming has been a tough row to hoe for most Nebraskans for a very long time. For those who cannot evolve and change with the times, family farming and ranching quickly becomes the non-profitable exercise. But for those like the Kreycik family who've been farming and ranching in Nebraska for more than a century, they've maintained a viable ranching model by including eco-ranch tours on board a tractor-pulled covered wagon. The family raises elk, buffalo, cows, and goats for meat, as well as offering seasonal elk hunts for the sportsmen from around the country and overseas. Under the watchful eye of Mom, Chris Kreycik, her daughter Stacy and her husband, along with Stacy's brother and sister-in-law Allison, run every aspect of daily life on the farm, from feeding and doctoring the herds to fencing, repairing, driving tractors, and much more. Come along and join Stacy Kreycik-Miller at Kreycik Elk and Buffalo Ranch in Niobrara, Nebraska.
Well, the crops are all
Stacy, this was your dad's vision?
This was. He loved the animals, and so he wanted to raise them. And people loved to come see the animals, and so he loved to show them. So that's why we started the tours.
Did you get your first elk and the buffalo at the same time?
No, we got the elk first about 30 years ago, and the buffalo probably about 4 or 5 years later.
With the elk, the ultimate intent or viability of it was for hunting, right?
Well, it started out with the velvet antler,
right,
actually.
Right. Did he have that idea before he got the elk, or was it an epiphany afterwards?
It was just a hobby. He just loved the animal. He just loved the animal, and then after we got him, we learned that the velvet was worth money. And then a year before we started the tours, we did start hunting.
Well, tell us a little bit more about the buffalo. As we both know, it's such a lean meat that a person on a meat-restricted diet can eat it.
The benefits of the bison, it's just for the leanness of it. Beef is good, but you got the extra fat with it. So.
Well, tell us a little bit about the family history of your farm here in Nebraska.
Well, we are the third generation to own the place.
His grandfather that started?
It was his uncle.
Okay.
His uncle had it, and then...
and when did they settle here, and where did they come from?
The Kreyciks came from Czechoslovakia.
Okay.
They homesteaded across the river from us, and then the next generation came over here and bought land. And we started, Dad started out, it was more the farming, and they had cattle in the feedlots.
Okay. Was he doing corn, too?
Yeah, corn and beans and Milo, hay, and there was hogs. We had chickens. Mother was scared to death of chickens, so we'll never have chickens again.
Well, that's funny. Part of the reason, I presume, for the buffalo and the elk has to do with a shift in a farm, as a family farm, of survival, doesn't it? Finding different markets, different viable ways of surviving.
Right. Well, when my brother, when he graduated from high school, then he went on to college, and Mom told him, we have to have, something else to support another income. Yeah. So... the tours did work good. We had the bus that wanted to come, and we said, here's our opportunity. People are interested. We should start charging for this. So it's our 19th year of tours.
Nice. Covered wagon pulled by a tractor.
Yes, yeah. Some people come and they want to know why they're not pulled by horses, but we say horses are not going to pull 30 people up a hill in a wagon like that. So, yeah, it's just more efficient.
Okay, so the survival of the Kreycik family farm has to do with tours, with buffalo, with elk, and what else?
Beef cattle.
Beef cattle.
We run 200 head of beef cows. We calve them out. And then we have goats. Steve and Allison like the goats.
And
so
that's meat goat?
Yep, they're a Spanish boar goat. Yep, we have them and the farming, and it keeps us busy.
The sister-in-law and you and everybody, you're all ranch hands too, aren't you?
We are. We say if you can jump high and run fast, then you'll survive here. So, my name is Stacy Kreycik-Miller, and we are at Kreycik Elk and Buffalo Ranch at Niobrara, Nebraska, and our website is nebraskaelktours.com.
Stacy, thank you so much. What a wonderful day to visit your farm.
Yes, thank you for coming.